back to my channel. So in today's video, we have another piercing care related video. This one, I feel like I've done kind of similar before in the past, but I really wanted to do an updated one because when I started my channel was very much centered around piercings, piercing care, piercing experiences. And as I have grown older and wiser and have gotten quite a few more piercings since then, my way of healing and my way of taking care of piercings has changed, and I found it to be very effective. And I wanted to share the top 5 things to ensure a perfect, almost perfect healing process. Just a disclaimer, I am not a professional body piercer. I am just a body piercer enthusiast. I love piercings. I love body mods. I love getting piercings, obviously. And I like talking about piercings, but I am not a professional. If you guys need professional advice, please seek out the advice of a professional. That is something that is between you, your piercer, and sometimes even your doctor. But I really wanted to share the top 5 things that I have personally done and used that have made all of my piercings heal flawlessly. I have been getting piercings regularly. Well, I started getting pierced when I was about 8 weeks old. I got my first ever piercings, which were my lobes. And then once I got into my preteen years, I started getting more ear piercings. And then once I came into like my late teens, early adulthood is when I went kind of crazy. Let's get into it. But before, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey guys, hopping in here to tell you guys all about today's sponsor, which is of course Dossier perfumes. And I'm very, very excited because it is the month of November, and the month of November means 2 things. Thanksgiving, yum, and Black Friday. Black Friday is the best day of the whole entire year, and Dossier is going to have one of the best sales of the year for Black Friday this year. Items on their site are going to be upwards of 55% off, which is amazing. If you guys do not know what Dossier is an online perfume company where they make designer-inspired fragrances at a more than fair price. And while their prices are already priced so low and amazing, with the Black Friday sale that they're going to have, it's going to be even cheaper, and that is so exciting. So they make designer-inspired fragrances, anything from Chanel, Gucci, YSL. But the best part is you don't have to pay that department store price. So when you get your order off Dossier, everything comes in this cute little box, and I have 2 scents here that I want to show you guys. When you open up your box, you get a little note card that tells you all about the inspired fragrance that you got, and you also get a full 50 milliliter glass bottle of fragrance. And just look how cute and simple and minimalistic the packaging is. I absolutely love it. I also really like that the top is magnetic, so you don't have to worry about it spilling or losing the top or anything. So this first one, I believe I've had this one before, and it is so good. This one is Floral Lavender, and this is inspired by YSL Libre perfume. It has a concentration of 15%. And this one just has such beautiful like floral notes to it. So if you are someone who really likes sweet floral scents, this one is right up your alley. We have notes of mandarin, jasmine, lavender, orange blossom, vanilla, amber, and musk, which are 3 of my top favorite scents in a perfume. And this one is just so nice. This is honestly one of my all-time favorites that I have ever gotten from Dossier. It is just the best. I love it. And the second scent that I got that I really want to share with you guys, this one, I've had like 3 of these so far, and it is the best. This one is Gourmand White Flowers, and this one is inspired by, are you guys ready? The Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb perfume, all right? If you guys remember how popular Flower Bomb used to be, it was one of like the #1 scents for years and years, and this scent right here by Dossier smells identical to the real thing, and I'm not kidding. I've had the real thing and Dossier's version. Literally smells identical. It is so good. I need to put this on right now. I just cannot get over how good this smells. You guys absolutely have to get your hands on this. And with Black Friday coming up, now is even more of a perfect time to get your hands on a Dossier scent. Oh my gosh, they are just so good. All of these are fairly priced, sustainably made, and I promise you won't regret it. If you are someone who likes to smell good, if you're someone who likes to have a big perfume collection and try something new every day, then you are very, very quickly going to become addicted to Dossier, just like me. If you guys are interested in checking out Dossier for yourself, Make sure you go down and click the link in my description box, and make sure you keep an eye out for their awesome Black Friday sale. I am so excited, with up to 55% off. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Now is the perfect time to get Christmas gifts, because who doesn't like getting perfume as a Christmas gift? And it's also a time to get yourself something really nice as well. Thank you so much to Dossier for continuing to work with me. I absolutely love you guys. I love what you do, and thank you for making me smell good all the time. But with all that out of the way, let's get back into the video. So the number one thing I have to say about ensuring that you're gonna have a good healing process is, number one, go to a professional and do not pierce yourself at home. Going to a professional is so important for many different reasons. Number one, they have, most of the time, they have years of experience. They have all the right equipment. They have the proper needles, which in order to get the proper needles to do a proper piercing, you have to be a licensed piercer. Not anybody can just go and buy regular piercing needles. So going to a professional, they're gonna have all the right needles. They're gonna have an autoclave. They're gonna have quality jewelry. They're gonna know exactly what to do. They're gonna know what angle to go at. Whereas if you do it at home, just willy-nilly with a safety pin, don't lie, I know there's been someone out there who has done that before. It's not going to be a very good piercing, and it's not going to be a very good healing process, and 9 times out of 10, you're more than likely going to have to take it out. So going to a professional is going to benefit you in more ways than one. Now, I do understand that there are some professionals who aren't really that professional. I get that, but most of the time, finding a good, reputable, quality piercer at a good, reputable shop, you're gonna win every single time. So that is my number one thing, is always, always, always go to a professional. Do not do it yourself. You really need to be in a clean, sterile environment with the right people, with the right equipment, and you will have a glorious experience. Number two, this kind of ties in with the first one, but that is quality jewelry. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people with a new piercing either have Bioflex, acrylic, or that really like mushy gushy kind of material in their new piercings. That is just absolutely such a no-go. When you have a new piercing, it is an open wound, and you need to make sure that it is being taken care of, and that starts with the quality of jewelry that you have. Now, there are some people who use surgical steel, and that's totally fine, but if I had to pick, like if it was up to me to decide what every single person should have as far as quality jewelry, it should be titanium. Now, in my jewelry collection, I have a mixture of both. I have surgical steel because that's what I can wear, and I also have a mixture of titanium. So I have a little bit of both in there. Both work for me. But if you really want to ensure a good quality piece of jewelry, I recommend titanium 100% of the time. It is a very light metal, so it's not going to weigh down your piercing a whole lot. Not a lot of people have any sort of allergy or allergic reaction to titanium, so you're also going to be really, really safe with that as well. And another big thing that goes with quality jewelry is absolutely no rings or hoops in new piercings, okay? When you get a piercing, it needs to be a barbell. It needs to be an appropriately sized barbell, and that's why going to a professional is also very important, because they can do that for you. They will know what to put in. They will know what length barbell, what gauge, things like that. If you're putting a hoop or a ring in something that was pierced at a diagonal angle and you're putting something curved in there, it is going to throw off the angle at which it was pierced, and you're just going to have nothing but issues, and you're going to be coming up with piercing bumps all the time. And if your piercer is using a ring or a hoop, you need to find a new piercer. The third thing, which is very important, which is something that I feel like we all struggle with as human beings, but that is, don't touch them. I know it is very tempting with certain piercings to twist them, touch them, play with them, especially if it's an oral piercing, but it is so incredibly important not to touch them. And it's also important to keep hair, fingers, soaps, anything that is foreign to that area, it is very important to keep it away from that piercing. So if you are someone who is getting a new ear piercing, maybe wear your hair up or away from your ears for an extended period of time. When you're washing your hair, try to avoid shampoo getting around the area, because that can actually irritate it. You absolutely 100% do not want to twist them. That is probably one of the biggest piercing myths out there, is make sure that you're twisting your jewelry. Do not do that, you don't need to do that. What you're doing is you are just opening that wound back up every single time you twist it. So if your piercing is healing and you have the little crusties on it and you're twisting it, those crusties are actually going to scrape and reopen that wound, causing irritation and an even longer healing time, which you do not want. So don't twist them, leave them alone. I promise they're not going to heal shut in place like that. The fourth thing is to keep it clean. Now, when I say keep it clean, I don't mean clean it 10 times a day, okay? Definitely when it comes to piercings, what I have learned over the years is that less is more. Very, very important. 1 to 3 times a day max. Do not go over that. Make sure you are at least cleaning it. At least 2 times a day, especially in the beginning, and you want to use a sterile saline spray. I use the NeilMed aftercare spray, and that stuff is amazing. That is how I've been healing all of my piercings for at least the last couple of years, I believe. It is the best on the market. You can use it at any angle. It's a very perfect saline spray mist. You don't need to clean it 10 times a day. You're just going to dry it out, irritate it. It's going to turn red and yucky, and your healing process is just going to be postponed for even longer, and that's not necessary. When you could just simply clean it, spray it down 1 to 3 times a day with the NeilMed aftercare spray, and you'll be golden. It's foolproof. I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to piercings, they tend to really doubt the human body and what the capabilities of the human body are, but we have very, very good healing properties. Your body is going to help you along the way with your healing process, so you using outside products at an excessive rate is not really going to help. So let your body work with it, and you kind of work with your body and just clean it. Less is more. Always remember, less is more. And the fifth and final thing, and this is the most important one, that is to have patience. Getting piercings is a luxury. It is not a right. If you're someone who is going to get into body mods, if you're someone who's going to get into piercings, you need to have patience. Do not change the jewelry too early. Getting piercings requires patience, a lot of care and hygiene, and time. There are some piercings out there that can take excess of a year to heal. Not all piercings are healed within a week or 2 and you're good to go, okay? It is an open wound. You gotta take care of it, and you gotta allow time for the body to heal that area before you can start changing it and experimenting with all kinds of different jewelry. Once it's healed, I mean, yeah, go nuts, but until then, you need to have patience. And I get that. When you get a new piercing, it's very, very exciting, and you can't wait to get all this jewelry for it, and you can't wait to try all these different things for it. But at the end of the day, you just gotta calm down and just relax. Now, every piercing, at least in my opinion, when I first get a piercing, I always call that the ugly stage, because the initial jewelry is very long, it's very bulky, it looks really funny, but it's for your benefit. It's for swelling, it's for healing, but once it's healed, it is so worth it to see that new jewelry in your piercing that you have been waiting to change for X amount of time. So just kind of go with the flow, go with the ugly stage, give it time, and it will heal beautifully. Alrighty guys, and those are my top 5 ways to heal your piercings better and faster. These are the things that have worked for me for many, many years now, and hopefully it will help some of you out there as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please go down and give a huge thumbs up. If there's anything that you would like to add, make sure you go and do so down in the comments. Remember, this is a safe space here. This is not a place for bullying. This is not a place for people to get on their high horse and think that they're better than everyone else. If you have something constructive that you would like to add, please feel free to do so, but I will not tolerate any hate. I will not tolerate any bullying. Everyone's body is different. These are just all, general ways to heal your piercing faster that have worked for me that I wanted to share with you guys. If you are new to my channel, make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos from me. But as the rest of you, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Happy healing and congrats on your new piercing. Bye! Mwah.